This is Haworthia decipiens variation Xiphiophylla. I thought you might like to learn a little bit about this beautiful plant, so join me.
Liquid Amber Girl Gardening.
Even if you're not a huge Haworthia collector, you probably noticed right away that this Haworthia looks a little bit different than most Haworthias. It doesn't have the real obvious classic windows where Haworthias do their photosynthesis. Instead, more noticeable is the fact that it has kind of teeth along the margins of each leaf, and the leaves are real narrow. They're not plump like many Haworthias are. Not all, but many. But the little teeth aren't sharp at all, and I don't really know what purpose they've evolved these for, but it sure is pretty. And they do have windows if you look closely, and I'll give my phone a little chance to focus. Can you focus? Maybe it's not going to. There. You can see, because the window is backlighting here, you can see that they do have those windows. They're just not obvious and showy like most Haworthia plants that I have tend to be. Even though this Haworthia looks different than many other Haworthias, its needs as far as watering and sun and things like that are pretty much similar to your other Haworthias, and that is usually bright shade. What my research did say that this particular Haworthia can take more sun. Even one website said as much as full sun, which I don't know if I would try that. Obviously, my Haworthias stay inside because I'm a zone 6. This plant needs, if it's going to be outside all year, like in the ground, it needs to be in a zone 10A through 12. So that's not a whole lot of us out there, but if you are one of those, this one can make it, and according to what I researched, it can even take some pretty decent amount of sun. Now that might change its color. It may be darker. A lot of times Haworthias take on like a purplish or a brown or black color when they're exposed to a lot more sun. For watering, I have to be careful. I keep my Haworthias planted in 100% pumice. This is crushed pumice in here. And I do that so that I don't accidentally overwater. If you do want to mix in some soil with it, like a cactus and soil mix, I wouldn't do more than 50-50, like 50% soil, 50% crushed pumice. The pumice is just so good because it pulls any excess water away from the roots and really helps to make sure that you don't have an overwatering situation, because Haworthias really don't want that. And this does reproduce by offsets most readily. As you can see, I have a big one there, and I don't think I have any others going, just these two on here. But I've never tried to reproduce Haworthias from like leaf cuttings or things like that. And if you have, I'd love to hear from you in the comments section, because it's something I would like to try, and I've never had any luck with it. You know, I can do echeverias and the sedums and all that kind of stuff. They take really, really easy with leaf cuttings, most of them. Haworthias, I have not had that same kind of success. This plant is never going to be really, really big. This is my hand here. So you can see he's pretty small. And generally they only get about 6 inches tall. So they're just, you can see, he's just a little guy. And I was just so thrilled to find him when I did. I found this at Central Ohio Cactus and Succulent Society plant sale. They do it one time a year where all the members can bring in any plants that they have that they would like to sell to other members. And so I love doing that. And this is the only time I've ever seen this particular Haworthia for sale. I haven't ever seen it at garden centers. You know, sometimes you can get lucky like at Lowe's or Home Depot with your succulents, but I've never seen this one. So I snatched it up, and I've loved it ever since. I've had it just about a year, I think. maybe not quite. But anyway, I did also want to say that this plant, here's the tag that I got when I bought it at that Central Ohio Cactus and Succulent Society sale. But anyway, it can also be called by 2 other names that I found when I was researching. So I'll put those up on the screen as well, because maybe you know it as a different name. But if you have the chance, if you ever see this one on sale, grab it up. It's a beautiful plant, super low maintenance, and always just seems to be doing well. It's always happy. Enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful to you. Please comment in the comment section below if you have questions, or if you have other ideas for how to care for this plant. I always love to hear from the watchers out there. Thanks for watching. Have a great week, everyone.